Welcome friends, LostScarf here, and it's time for the one chance. Here we're playing The Wolf's Bite. Here's the developers. Ericmbernier, Dave Coughlin, Karen Tixeria, Fat Bard. So, this is, I think, their first game? This game, I recommend it for a specific audience, and that is parents with kids, or just people who are very, very casual and just want a silly kind of game to play together. Because this is a 1v1 kind of board game, with just funny interactions that happen. The big bad wolf is making a restaurant. The three little pigs are trying to screw him over. They want to make his restaurant fail while he wants his restaurant to succeed. And that's how the game works. It's a 1v1 game, you versus AI, or you versus another person. We're going to do you versus AI. I'm going to be the big bad wolf. We're just going to play the game. I'm going to show you. This is why I say it's for people with kids, because a parent and their kid or kids could really enjoy this, or parents could enjoy this thing. Like, after failing to thrive in the highly competitive residential demolition industry, mostly due to difficulties dealing with brick construction, the big bad wolf decided it was time for a career change. Unable to resist the lure of entrepreneurship, he decided to enter the restaurant business. That's player 1. Player 2, though! The three little pigs, dissatisfied with their free sample demolitions, are conspiring against the big bad wolf and his new restaurant, The Wolf's Bite. The whole village turned out for the grand opening. Will the big bad wolf finally launch a successful enterprise, or will the three little pigs throw up a metaphorical brick wall and stop him? So, I have complaints about this game, because if I wanted to play this as a serious thing, it's very not something you can play seriously. So, if you're a competitive person, you're not going to like this game. If you just want to casually have fun and just read some funny interactions, this is the game for you. That's why I say it'd be good for parents with kids, or just to people who are a little more innocent, maybe? So we're playing the wolf here. Now we can go to different locations. The Wolf's Bite, the bad side of town, City Hall, the neighborhood, Culinary Institute, the grocery shop, the barn, the lake, and the witch's hut. Each place, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your quality up, your reputation up, and make money. The better your reputation, the better you'll do at the end of the game. Better quality will help as well, and money, well, if you go broke, that might not be good. You use money here and there. So we're going to just go ahead and random selection. We're going to go to the lake. Let's go fishing. Seafood is very fashionable these days. Serving fresh wild-caught fish will diversify your menu offerings and expand the appeal of your restaurant. You caught a bunch of big ones, this will feed a lot of patrons. The Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. Now the thing is, you don't learn what things do for you until you play the game. There's no tutorial, so just play the game, so you'll learn as you play it just how things work out. So playing it blind would be really fun with your kids and everything, or just nieces, nephews, stuff like that. But after each thing you do, an event happens, and this event gives you choices, which can affect things even further. A beautiful mermaid appears at the lake. Frightened yet curious, she swims up to you apprehensively. I've never seen a wolf before, she says. I've never met a mermaid before, you reply. You both inch towards each other, curiosity dominating the fear. Pausing at roughly arm's length, what is your next move? Now, playing the game, I've seen someone try to catch the mermaid, and she just hurts the wolf for trying, and you have a very bad day. Let's discuss life underwater. Being a chef who deals with seafood, you inquire about the mysteries of underwater creatures. The mermaid, being a denizen of the deep, is well versed in the details of such creatures. You spend hours discussing fish and crustaceans. She teaches you their intricacies and quirks, adding a subtle yet sophisticated enhancement to your preparation of these intriguing creatures. The Wolf's Bite gains 3 qualities, so we're getting really good quality because we just learned things about how to do food better. Now it's the pig's turn. If you're playing with someone, they'll pick something and they'll do something. Now what are the pigs going to do? It feels like it's potentially random what they do, so they're going to volunteer. Sometimes you catch more flies with honey. By volunteering at City Hall, you can trade a few hours of time building rapport with various people, ultimately adding credibility to your future attacks on the Wolf's Bite. After all, who wouldn't trust the guys who willingly pick up litter and fix those pesky plot holes at no charge? The pigs gain 1 reputation. As long as you're near the offices, you might as well report the Wolf's Bite for some sort of illegal activity. So now here's the random event. That wolf has got to be doing something wrong, right? And what better way to throw a wrench in his plans than a visit from the government? But with so many delightful felonies to choose from, how does a pig decide? What are they going to do? They're going to report us for lack of hygiene. The health inspector leapt into his germobile and sped off to inspect the Wolf's Bite. Here dismayed, the kitchen was immaculate as always. The wolf always took great pride in the cleanliness of his kitchen, and even when you sabotaged it, he always made sure to clean it right back up. Next time, plant some actual dirt on him. Penalty for filing a false report, the pigs lose 1 wealth and 1 reputation, so they lost what they gained. That's the thing is, you don't know that's going to happen until you do the event. So I guess potentially 2 people after they've played the game a lot could just know what events will happen and then they can just have an actual competitive match here. You only get 7 days in this game though. I feel like the game could be longer, you could have more hints as to what's going on, and it could be a more fun competitive kind of thing. But as a casual thing, just seeing what random events happen, it's kind of funny. And again, like I say with kids, they'll be entertained by just the turn of events. Gus Fiore has caught wind of the intrigue surrounding the Wolf's Bite and would like to feature it on his show, Restaurants, Taverns, and Bars. Will the episode be about redemption or revenge? Only time will tell. A famous food critic coming to town. He comes at the end, so my turn. Alright, so we got good quality, very good quality. Our reputation could be better, we have money. Let's put up our reputation then. So let's go ahead and... Bad side of town. Let's mentor the youth. As a former resident of the rough and tumble streets of the bad side of town, your success as a serial entrepreneur positions you as a role model to today's kids. Teaching them the benefits of business, ownership, and self-discipline will pay dividends as today's kids become tomorrow's adults, and the wolf bites. Patron. The wolf gains 1 reputation. There has been a rash of muggings and vandalism throughout the bad side of town. Unable to sit idly while such heinous acts are committed, you feel compelled to do something. However, for fear of retaliation against the wolf's bite, you need an alter ego. Wonder Wolf, champion of the championless. Now you just have to choose your targets and methods carefully. Which crime are you going to fight? I've done vandalism. Let's try interrupting muggings. Unhanded citizen, you criminal scum, you growl. The crook, not wanting an actual fight, runs off, almost tripping over the curb. Oh, thank you, Wonder Wolf. How can I ever repay you? I'll take him half of what he was going to take. How's that sound? Shameless! Shamelessly, the wolf gains 1 wealth but loses 1 reputation. Come on, Wolfie! Big turn! And... oh, okay. They're training in restaurant operation. Okay. You spend the week getting a deeper understanding of how restaurants operate and the business side of things. Giuseppe has no idea how helpful this will be as you search for weaknesses in the wolf's new business. The wolf's bite loses 1 quality. Darn. With the advent of new electronic payment methods, restaurants have had to upgrade all their point-of-sale machines and software to Food Pay 2.0. This upgrade allows patrons to split checks and, most importantly, tip the waitstaff directly. Oh! This software has a few bugs which are not widely known and can be exploited by innovative restaurant saboteurs. One particularly enterprising group of saboteurs once convinced the entire waitstaff to go on strike over tip misappropriations. Kill the power! I would have gone with the tip hack, they just gave you it, but okay. If everything is electronic and we cut the power to the restaurant, then the point-of-sale machine can't work and nobody can get paid. The power outage disrupts the point-of-sale machine, but the restaurant had to close so nobody noticed. No effect. So they didn't really do anything. Wolf serves up delightful first course. It turns out the wolf wasn't just blowing hot air when he talked about his new restaurant, the Wolf's Bite. Early reviews from local diners have been positive. And it looks like Wolfie may have found a niche. So this time we're gonna just work at our place. Work in the kitchen. You spend the day preparing delicious food for your guests, drawing from all of your culinary skill. At the end of each day, you're exhausted and covered in food, but knowing your customers are well fed makes it worth it. The wolf gains 1 reputation. Boss, we're running low on meat, squeaked Chicken Little. What? This is ridiculous. Those meddlesome pigs must have messed with the fridge again. I need a quick way to scrounge up some meat for my restaurant. The old me would just go hunting, but I should probably stay on the straight and narrow. What to do? Can we go hunting indoors? I would assume it's Chicken Little. Go in the outdoors. Go hunting in the grocery store. Not hunting per se, navigating the aisle, stalking for the best deals on the tight timeline. Making starvation detail certainly make it feel like hunting. Unfortunately, since the grocery store is not your supplier, things cost a lot more, but you keep your reputation intact. 2 wealth lost, but 1 quality gained. I got money. So this is basically the progression of the game. What's gonna happen here? They put a hex on me. Oh, okay. While no longer wicked per se, the witch still gets a kick out of magical pranks like hexes, and your gold is, well, gold. Be careful though, magic is capricious and can backfire. The wolf's bite loses 1 quality and the wolf loses 1 reputation, but the pig loses 1 wealth. One of the witch's particular specialties is a clumsiness spell, a curse she invented herself. You can convince her to put the curse on the servants. At the Wolf's Bite, customers will have soup in their laps in no time. However, the witch requires a special ingredient. A red mushroom from the Whispering Wood. You've already gone to the trouble to find the mushroom patch, but you're having trouble figuring out which red mushroom she needs. If only she were more specific. Snatch the lumpy one, okay. The pigs were drawn, irresistibly, to an odd lumpy fungus that did not even look like a mushroom. The smell was so intoxicating, the pigs actually got into a fight over who was going to pick it. Eventually, push comes to shove and hooves start flying. Pigs end up trampling the mushroom patch, completely ruining this year's exotic mushroom harvest for the entire village. The pigs lose one reputation. Whoops! This wolf gets better with every bite. Word is spreading of the visionary at the Wolf's Bite, with new recipes being introduced by the day. There seems to be no end to the wolf's culinary cunning. Just 3 days into his career, he already has one of the hottest restaurants in the kingdom. Let us go to... I guess I should show the difference. So what if I go to the witch? Acquire magical ingredients. Have your fortune told. We're going to acquire magical ingredients. The witch has lived on these lands for a long time. She knows its secrets. Of course, these secrets come at a cost. In exchange for running your errands and questing for the witch, you receive special pouches of magic herbs and vials of mystical potions. Looks like she charges extra for instructions, though. The wolf's bite gains 2 quality, but the wolf loses 2 wealth. Due to all the hullabaloo of surrounding the wolf's bite lately, the witch would like to sample your wares. She doesn't leave her hut, however, so you'll have to make a delivery. When asked what sort of food she wants, she tells you to surprise her. Be careful. If she likes what you give her, she'll reward you. But if she doesn't, what do you serve her? Squash ravioli, house-made clam chowder, summer squash ravioli. Halloween is in the fall, but this squash is from summer. The witch hates summer. She takes one bite of ravioli and her expression darkens. Oh no. She points a gnarled finger at you and suddenly you have a strange feeling of dread. When you return to the restaurant, you find all your employees under the effect of a sleeping spell. With no service, the patrons all leave in a huff after getting sick of waiting. Oh, 3 quality loss. Ow! Ooh. Pig's turn. And they volunteer again. So it's the same thing. The first part's the same. The next part is not. Right here. It's official. Red Riding Hood is in the running for mayor next year. Though she's young and inexperienced, her staunch anti-wolf political views could definitely work to your benefit. She's the underdog against the current mayor, but perhaps with a little help from you, she can rise in the polls. How do you want to help? Donate to her campaign? Okay. Your donation could be the difference between a win and a loss. It's too early to tell, but Red Riding Hood seems to be gaining points in the polls, and the cash infusion is really helping her spread her anti-wolf platform. Pigs lose 1 wealth, but we lose 2 reputation. Ah! My reputation sucks! Camera crew spotted near the Wolf's Bite. Witnesses report Gus Fiores. Camera crew was seen near the Wolf's Bite yesterday, scouting for good angles and recruiting potential interviewees. The buzz over Gus's appearance at the end of this week was renewed and strengthened by the presence of his crew, with reports of fainting and swooning. Alright. Let us... We need to get a rep up. How do I get my rep up? Oh, I think this will work. Work the front of the restaurant. You spend the day greeting the guests and waiting tables. Your customers appreciate the visible effort you are making to ensure they have a pleasant experience. Seeing happy customers makes running around for hours on end worth it. The Wolf's Bite gains 1 quality. Oh, it's a quality gain. Ah. Jack Frost is dining in the VIP section this evening. The staff inform me of his chilly demeanor and are asking you to help break the ice. Which food item do you offer Jack? Okay, so if you get ice cream, he thinks you're a total racist, because he's like, oh, you think everyone from the North Pole likes ice cream, huh? If you give him gazpacho, he's happy. I've never done borscht. I don't want to lose, so gazpacho. This is amazing. I don't know how you managed to make a cold, spicy soup that tastes good, but I'm impressed. I'm warmed and chilled at the same time, like a frost in the spring. I may even have to hold off on the blizzards this year so you can stay open all winter. The wolf gains 1 reputation and 3 wealth. Nice. Alright, pigs now. Yep, neighborhood. They break into the wolf's house. If you can't beat them, cheat them. By messing with the wolf's home life, he will be more irritable, more stressed, and less focused at work while he worries about his home. Serves him right for his unsolicited residential demolition free samples. The wolf loses 1 wealth, enhancing his home security. Huffing and puffing is so last year. According to Residential Demolition Digest, arson is a super hot trend. Eager to try your hooves at residential demolition, you decide to give arson the college try. Oh my god. What are you going to burn? Ah! Burn a wolf's bite? After concocting a new kind of napalm that looks like coconut oil, you set out to plank it inside the wolf's bite. Unbeknownst to you, the heat of the trunk, combined with the instability of the concoction, causes it to ignite. Fortunately, you were able to get out of the car before anyone was hurt. Unfortunately, your insurance doesn't cover homemade napalm. Pig lose 2 wealth and reputation. Ooh. Ouch. Day 6? You'll howl for the wolf's bite. The wolf's bite has set the culinary world ablaze with revolutionary recipes. Like his crucible-fired chicken curry, there is enough deliciousness for an entire family, a particularly hungry wolf VIP. We recommend you make your reservation soon before the Gus effect makes the lines even longer. Let us go to... How do I get my reputation? Oh, the mayor. Let's cater. Papa Wolf once said, don't make any big decisions on an empty stomach. And nobody makes bigger decisions than the politicians at City Hall. Some delicious pastries with your logo prominently displayed on the wrapper should help the city council perform at the top of their game while getting your name in front of the city's movers and shakers. The wolf's bite gains 1 quality. How do I get reputation? Like the responsible business owner you are, you decide to take a free accounting class offered by the city's tax office. They offer 2 exciting, tantalizing courses, the joy of tax deductions and the modern art of bookkeeping. With such thrilling options, how are you ever to choose? Which fascinating course do we take? On both, the joy of tax deductions would get our money up, shouldn't it? Who knew getting money from the government could be so invigorating? You'll save a pretty penny with these useful tips. 3 wolf gain! Pigs now? I think we're doing better than the pigs? Yeah, it looks like we're doing better than the pigs. Enter the dance competition at the barn. That's the only thing that if you don't want kids to know about alcohol, they do get drunk at the barn. That's the only thing to keep in mind. The 3LP crew has the sickest moves this side of the Green River. Flares, windmills, and suicide flips can't keep up with the triple pig, shovel, snout spins, and the pork bomb. Those suckers got served. The pigs gain 1 reputation and 1 wealth. Bouncers don't like the pig's reputation for causing trouble. In the spirit of compromise, however, they are willing to let 2 stay if 1 leaves, figuring they'd behave if they weren't together. Which pig should be sent home? Really? They send Sergey home. Hey Stinky, that guy's looking at us funny. Let's beat him up and take his wallet. Pinky, you're crazy. I think you've been spending too much time in your wolf's costume. Don't be a wimp. I didn't say no, I just said you're crazy. I'm in, we just need him to throw the first punch. It turns out Sergey was the responsible one. The wallet was loaded, which earned the pigs 1 wealth, but nobody likes a bully and they lose 3 reputation. Dang, their rep is down. Over the moon. With filming of restaurant, taverns, and bars set to begin tomorrow, we couldn't be happier for our very own wolf. From the rough and tumble streets on the bad side of town to a failed demolition business and now a successful restaurateur. He's made everyone proud. The well-deserved bump from being featured seems to be a happy ending for this tale of redemption. So we're doing really well. The final run, let's just be nice. Deliver food to the elderly. Bringing good food to good people who cannot get it themselves is just good business. Philanthropy strengthens your standing in the community and will ultimately draw in more business. This makes sense in sense. Wolf gains 1 reputation, the wolf's bite gains 1 quality. Nice. Found a rat's nest under an abandoned house while making your rounds through the neighborhood. Fortunately, these are just common rats and don't have any personality. Unfortunately, they seem to be breeding rapidly, a high risk for carrying disease in the neighborhood. As the de facto leader of the neighborhood, dealing with this falls on you. Strangely enough, it does not appear anyone knows the nest besides you. Hello, professional exterminator. Dealing with rodent infestation is beyond your skills, and while you could probably eat a handful, if you were hungry enough, there's just too many. Just make sure everyone knows who took care of the problem. Lose 1 wolf, but gain 1 reputation. Final turn of the pigs! Where do they go? We didn't get to see them at the kitchen. They can do some really funny sabotages. You know what the city needs? More regulations, especially in the food industry. When was the last time restaurants were inspected for cleanliness? When was the last time they were audited? They also don't pay enough taxes. Look at the roads. Clearly more tax revenue is needed. The restaurants benefit from roads. They should pay more to maintain them. The wolf loses one wealth. As any good pig knows, there are few things messier than a passionate political rally. If you can organize the right rally to take place in the wolf's bite, you can work them into a frenzy and rough the place up a bit. The big players in town are the Beanstalk Giants and the Association of Witches, both of whom have been known to leave meeting places a little worse for wear in their quest for equal rights. Which route would cause the biggest mess? Why not both? Oh! You decide that if one rally could cause trouble, then two would cause more. You alert both groups of the Wolf's Bite, expecting an explosion as two heated parties rally not only for the cause but against the others. It turns out bringing the factions together at the Wolf's Bite actually led to the two breaking bread and discussing their platforms, which is more similar than different. They decide to form their own super PAC. For catalyzing the union, the wolf gains one reputation. And here's the end! Taking a bite out of the big time. Local celebrity chef The Wolf was featured on a special hour-long episode of Restaurants, Taverns, and Bars. In what is likely to be one of the highest-rated episodes for the long-running series, guest Fiore not only explores the food, but also the soul of the restaurant and its culinary maestro. Please tune in next week for when the show airs. And that's the end of the game, so what happened? The Wolf's Bite emerged as the place to be in the entire kingdom. No other social scene could compete. Celebrities, artists, politicians, and even royalty competed for seats in the highly esteemed restaurant. The pigs, ever the restaurant's enemy, never finally gave up. The more they attacked the restaurant's reputation, the more it backfired and damaged theirs. I got it. You guys know about guilt by association. What if we try to get praise by association? We promote the Wolf's Bite, then people will think we work for the Wolf's Bite. And they'll like us as much as they like the restaurant. The pig's change of tactics actually worked, and they rode the wolf's coattails up the social ladder. Pig's promotion was so effective the wolf invited them to a free meal in the VIP section. Can you believe we used to bash this place? Said Binky, mouth stuffed with crucible-fired chicken curry. The end! So that's an ending I haven't gotten. I've played the game a few times. There's different endings, which is nice. There's different situations. I've seen a couple before, as I said. And there were some new ones in there, so there's some variety here. And like I said, kids game. That's the recommendation I got on it, or if you just want some silliness. So that is the Wolf's Bite. I had fun playing it, hope you had fun watching it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.